Hello, I'd like to talk to you now about relationship selling for sales success and 3 keys to build customer loyalty. What I'm going to share with you could change your life in business forever. If you're a freelancer, a coach, a consultant, a salesperson, or a speaker, author, business owner, entrepreneur, or solopreneur, there's one skill that you must master if you're going to be successful. It has the power to transform your life from getting by to getting wealthy. And what is this one skill? It's your ability to sell your product or service effectively in whatever quantity you want. Now, when I say sales, most people tense up. They immediately get a flood of images in their head of cold calling and pushy closes and pure dread. The very idea of selling terrifies most people and holds them back from fulfilling their potential in business. I can understand that, but let me tell you something. Those old school ways of selling are over. Nobody sells like that anymore. I learned those skills when I began in the 1960s. By the 70s, they were gone, and by the 80s, they were history. Today, professionals sell completely differently. Today, we're in what we call a new era of selling, and we need new skills. These skills are relationship selling. 84% of all sales in America originate from word of mouth and from customer satisfaction, from great customer relationships. Almost everything you buy is bought after you have heard someone else say that they bought it and they were happy. Most of your new customers should come from your satisfied existing customers. You cannot make a living by getting new customers every time. You've got to get the customers coming back and bringing their friends. A referral to a new customer is worth 10 to 15 times a cold call. In other words, it's 10 to 15 times easier to sell to a satisfied customer than it is to go out and find a brand new customer to sell to in the first place. Your commitment and dedication to service to your customers in such a way that you keep them for life and build incredible customer loyalty is one of the smartest and most profitable things that you could ever do. And you can learn how to do it. It's not difficult. There are 3 keys that I've discovered in reading thousands of books and teaching millions of people in sales. I've discovered these 3 keys for building customer loyalty: relationship selling, partnering for profit, and consultative selling. These are what are used by the highest paid people at all levels of business, whether it's a person starting out or a Fortune 100 company. These are all ways that you differentiate yourself from anyone else who's attempting to sell the same product or service. And remember, in business today, there are 3 words that you must always remember, and they are competition, competition, and competition, and you have to be better than your competition to survive in this very turbulent world we're in today. Relationship selling is the core of modern selling strategies and maintaining customer satisfaction. It's really the key to your long-term success, as it is in all parts of life. Relationships are 85% of life in everything that you do. Relationship selling requires a clear understanding of the dynamics of the selling process as they are experienced by your customer. They spent millions of dollars actually interviewing customers and asking them how they felt about sales presentations. For the first time in history, they found out how customers buy rather than just how salespeople sell. Now, because of the complexity of most products and services today, especially high-tech products, the relationship is actually more important than the product. Because the person can get the product anywhere, and they don't know what's in your product anyway, so they have to have something that they can hold on to, something they can trust, and it's always the relationship. It's always how they feel about you. The relationship comes first. It must be established clearly before you can go on to step 2. If there's no relationship, there's no further conversation. The relationship is, in fact, the key differentiator between you and your competitors. In many cases, the quality of your relationship with the customer is the competitive advantage that enables you to edge out other competitors who may have products and services that are similar or which are even selling at lower prices. You'll notice that companies that have great relationship with their customers sell higher priced products against lower priced competition all day long. They sell more, they sell easier, and they make higher profits. Now, in relationship selling, The quality of the trust bond that exists between you and your customer can be so strong that no other competitor can get between you. Sometimes they call this in the research customer intimacy. You get so close to your customer that they won't buy from anyone else. Once you've achieved that, your success is going to be incredible. Now, the second part of building customer loyalty is the partnering for profit approach to business sales. When you deal with a business person, you can be sure of one thing. That person thinks night and day about his business. It is very close to him or her. It's dear to his or her heart. That's all they think about is increased sales and profitability, lower costs, higher profits. And if you come in and talk to him and ask him questions about his business and look for ways to help him run his business better, faster, more economically, the customer is going to warm up to you and want to be associated with you and your company. Now, this approach to partnering in profit with your customer is a key way to differentiate yourself and to building customer loyalty for the indefinite future. As your customer's partner, you should always be looking for ways to help and advise your customer on ways to cut costs and improve results. You should position yourself as a person who cares about the success of your customer more than anyone else does, and apparently even more than you care about selling your product or service at the present moment. When the customer feels that you care more about them than making a sale, then you begin to develop this bond of loyalty that becomes almost unbreakable. The third key to building customer loyalty is what is called the consulting approach to your dealings with your customer, or what is often called consultative selling. When you position yourself as a consultant, as an advisor, you are really positioning yourself to serve your customer as a problem solver. Instead of trying to sell something to your customer, you concentrate all of your efforts and attention on helping your customer solve his problems, achieve his goals, or satisfy his needs. The success of a business or a sales career depends upon relationship selling and customer loyalty. In today's competitive market, customers are very difficult and expensive to acquire the first time, and they can represent tremendous value to an organization. In fact, customer satisfaction can be the most valuable single asset that a company can acquire during its lifetime. Your job, no matter where you are in the private sector, is to help your company attract, acquire, and keep customers indefinitely. They make all the difference between success and failure. Now, I've personally trained over 2 million salespeople in 72 countries over the last few years. Many of them have gone on to reach the top of their office or niche or industry. Some of them started at the bottom and now own large multi-million-dollar companies practicing the sales skills that I've shared with them. Several are making much more money than they've ever had before. Many of them are millionaires and multi-millionaires. So I like to share some of these secrets with you in a free, that's the word free 3-part video sales training series. In this video series, you will learn how to jump from the bottom 10% to the top 10% of income earners in just 2 simple steps that work for everyone. You will learn 11 words that you must memorize and repeat to yourself every morning. You will learn 2 factors that every top salesperson has more of than everyone else. You'll learn the 5 key differences between winners who sell more, close more, make more money, and those who struggle all the time. You'll learn 4 human action top performers simply refuse to do. So, sign up today for my free 3-part video training series where I show you proven sales methods to increase your sales and income, low-key, low-stress, no-stress, easy methods and techniques that build great, friendly relationships with other people with no hassle on your part. So start mastering your selling abilities today and sign up for the 3 free videos.